Welcome back to PMC English, and we are here today again with our amazing and super amazing masters from Pyramid Valley. We have Sagar sir and Bindu ma'am here today with us, and we'll be talking about New Age family. Diving right into the segment, let's begin with knowing about you, Sagar sir.
Hello friends, my name is Sai Krupa Sagar. Some of you might know I'm the managing trustee of Pyramid Valley International Rao. We live in Bangalore. We've been in Bangalore for the last 20 plus years, and I'm a corporate professional, so I used to work in as a vice president in Cognizant. I'm basically been working in IT services industry for the last 30 years.
Yeah.
So been associated, been working in different positions, and quit Cognizant last year, and
Wow.
been into full-time service for Pyramid Valley since last year.
Wow.
And because being associated with the PSSM for so long, so I'm also passionate about spreading meditation, spreading spiritual science, spreading the right way of living, easing suffering from people's lives, be it my colleagues at work or even friends and family around me. So that's a nutshell about me.
Wow, that's amazing. It take courage to get off, take that decision of resigning your 9 to 5 job, secure job, and give yourself to. So how that decision came, because you have family to cater.
Correct. So like Patri sir says, right, it all happens. I think you have to go with the flow. So I keep telling that a few years ago, if I had the thought of quitting my company, it would have been I wouldn't have entertained that at all, right? Because I used to love my company so much, right? You've been working. I used to love my work so much, but things happened over time, right? Things started changing at work. You started feeling, okay, this is not the work I really want to do. Maybe I want to do something else, right? So that feeling happens, and then it lingers on for a while. But then over time, things fall in place.
Yes.
So at the right time, you ask your boss to let go, and the boss says, okay, wait for 4 months, and then over time it comes. So in the end, I'm sure, I think the meditation practice, all the knowledge and wisdom that we've been hearing from others, and a lot of others who inspire you, or inspired me, have been instrumental in making the decision, and then I've never regretted that decision. So as I said, a few years ago, I might have been doubtful, oh, did I do the right thing? But now I'm absolutely clear.
Wow.
There's absolutely no doubt in my decision.
Wow. So we like to know about you, Bindu ma'am.
Thank you, Nandini. Yeah, actually, I came into meditation in 2002.
Okay.
So before that, we were in US, and one of my very close friend, Vani and Chandrasekhar, introduced me to meditation. So there is a strong thing was there why I came into meditation. When we were in US, one of my very close friend got affected by cancer, and she suffered so much, and she vacated the body. So everything happened in front of my eyes, and I was so much went into depression, seeing all that suffering and everything. But that after seeing that, actually, then the question started in me: why some people suffer that much? So why other people are enjoying? So all that things. Then slowly I started reading books for those questions and other things, and through my friend Vani and Chandrasekhar, I got introduced to Patri sir and all that, and everything happened like that. So before that, I was working as a lecturer. I was teaching for MCA students.
Okay.
So after that, I resigned and went to US. And after seeing all these things, suffering, and I came back to India.
Okay.
So that
Wow.
is my thing about it.
That's really amazing, interesting experience of yours. So like how Sagar sir was just mentioning about how he just took the decision of resigning. So how was your reaction to it? How did you respond to it as a taking care of house and all those thoughts must have come to you. So how is it for you?
Yes, that is true. Initially, he was telling that for the past almost 3 years, he got that intuition that this is not the work which I want to do, because he has been doing it almost like 27 years continuously, the same in the IT profession. And as he said, he did different roles. It's not that, oh, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. So he has done almost all the roles. So then he got, then he thought it is enough is enough. But what I was, as a normal housewife, how everybody will be thinking, oh, why he is leaving the job and he is going into spirituality, what will happen and all that. But after some time, like I thought he will take a break for 2 years and then he will think about it. So he's resigned and he took a break for 2 years. And in that 2 years, luckily, because of the lockdown, so many meditation sessions he conducted, so many workshops he conducted, physical workshops are happening now. So much of learning happened in those 2 years for Sagar as well as for me also. So after undergoing all that, then we thought, okay, fine, what Sagar did is correct. So he is more interested about spreading meditation, vegetarianism, and especially he is very much interested in teaching, spreading meditation in corporate sector. So he always says, how much ever you tell, like long hours of working in corporate field, because he worked 30 years continuously, and he has seen so many people in the corporate field with lot of stress.
Yes.
So unnecessary stress, and how that creates other diseases and all. He came to know through Joe Dispenza books and everything, through Patri sir teachings, concepts and everything. So with that knowledge and wisdom and everything, so he wants to do that. Then I supported, okay, it is time for you to move from IT field to this field. So it is okay, do whatever you feel like doing it. And at the same time, doing in this field also, he is very much interested in technology. Even now, he wants to get associated with technology only. So, with that interest and passion towards technology, he is implementing his passion, the technology skills in this meditation, in this spiritual this thing. So, he wants to develop apps for the spiritual seekers, for meditation seekers. So, he is implementing that type of thing.
Wow, ma'am. First of all, thank you so much for being so supportive, because it takes a lot of courage for a woman, because she sees a bigger picture of, so it's a really great decision. So is it a new age family where, a woman also and man, they support each other in each tough decisions?
But the maturity to accept such critical decisions also increased over time. Yeah. And again, I would say thanks to meditation and spiritual science and wisdom, right? So if I were to take the same decision 10 years ago, it would have been disastrous. I mean, It was disastrous for her family, my family, everyone. I mean, setting aside the financial consequences, right? But generally the stigma about, if you're not working, it's something, there's something wrong with you.
Yes.
Right? But then over time things change outside, things change in our family, generally parents' family as well, and then more importantly, she grew more supportive, right? Yes. I'm sure both of us would have not taken this decision 10 years ago, though we see a lot of other people. Yes. So again, it's a progression, it's a maturity, and thanks to all the wisdom that we've been getting.
Let's go back. Now we know about you too. Now we want to know about how this story of you and you became. You started, how you met her, and how the love started.
So it wasn't new age rom-com kind of a thing but generally because both of us knew each other, both of us are related through some channels. Okay. So soon after my sister's wedding was over, that is when my parents and her parents started talking about our marriage. So it was an arranged marriage, right? We knew each other before, but we didn't know that we will be married someday. Okay. So that's how it started. Without foundation, obviously there were expectations on either side, because you know each other for a long time. And that is how it grew. I think we didn't have a too long an engagement or a courtship period, and probably a year or so. Was it a year or so? And then those were the days of maybe, none of us had personal emails as well. So I used to be working in Noida near Delhi, and she used to be in Nellore, Andhra Pradesh.
Okay.
Yeah, she used to be working there, I used to be working there. So it's basically no phone calls, no mobile phones at that point of time. So even if you had to talk to someone, obviously they had a phone, but we didn't have a phone at that time. So either it has to be one of the neighbors calling us to talk. Probably we did a couple of calls that way, but more or less it was the good old letter
full
writing.
Bollywood movie, full that you have to call a neighbor to get to touch to her. Such, you went through so long
Exactly.
lines. Oh,
Yes.
So I got to know about some few love letters that you have sent her. So would you like to share about that?
Yeah, so that time the communication was purely through letters, right? Obviously talking, because in Noida also I had to go to a phone booth to talk.
Yes.
At that time the STD keeps ticking, you have a long line, so you can't talk too long as well. So obviously the talking was a little bit, but more often than not it was the old style of letters, right? It was good. In fact, we cherish those. Each of us have our own collection of letters. Even now, the other day, I think probably a year ago, we were looking through some of the old stuff, and then we got into this and reading through both of us were reading each one of that again, right? Recollecting the memories. So that way, letters really have their own value and this thing.
Absolutely.
As he said, that time only letters were there. So even if you write a letter and post it from Andhra Pradesh to Delhi, it takes a lot of time to reach.
Yeah.
So that time we used to enjoy that letter writing, and then we wait for the letter to come for the reply and all that stuff. So that time absolutely no cell phones and no normal phones accessibility also. It was totally different. It is nice.
Yeah, I think the world of today, like today age generation, would not understand the value of this cherishing that. When you open that letter again, you feel that love. That running into your veins again. So it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
In fact, yeah. So I would even add. So again, very similar, right? You post a letter, you don't know whether it reached her or probably the same thing the other round, right?
There's no double tick mark.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. No double tick mark. So you don't know whether it reached, and there was no direct phone connection and all that, right? So you wait, and then after a while, and then it's also like your friends know, because I used to work along with my friends, used to stay outside.
Yeah.
So they know that I posted a letter. They know I was
yeah.
right? They keep asking, oh, did you get a letter? Oh my God, you were sad. Oh, you didn't get a letter. So the moment you get a letter, again, there is a different kind of teasing, right? I'm sure it's the same thing, but she was with her family.
Yeah.
So obviously it all probably happened more discreetly.
Yes.
Oh wow! What a love story! What a cute love story you guys have. Like it's really interesting. Even that kind of love story, still exists.
Yes.
So it's really interesting. We know that before marriage also you were practicing some kind of meditation. So would you like to tell us about that?
So as I said, I was working in Noida, so that's around the place for Maharishi Mahesh Yogi's ashram.
Okay.
And just like we do Dhyana Prachar now, they used to do those around that area. And I happened to attend one of the transcendental meditation classes way back in '92.
Okay.
So I took a class. They gave me that mantra to follow.
Okay.
Right, I used to do that meditation morning and evening. That was the guidance: 20 minutes morning, 20 minutes evening. But then that meditation was all more about controlling my stressed mind. It was more about calming my mind to become more productive.
Yeah.
Right, nothing deeply spiritual about it. So I continued doing the meditation. And then after we got married also, it was on and off, but I still continued to do meditation. And there was no, I never told her you do this meditation or you go to transcendental meditation or whatever. So she continued her religious practices whatever was in our home. And we went to US for 5 years. So after, I think a couple of years after getting married. So we were in the US for 5 years. I was working at Microsoft.
Okay.
And so even then I used to continue my meditation. And while there I did my PhD. So working and balancing PhD and family, it all helped doing my meditation at that time.
Okay. All right.
And so that's how the meditation, I was doing my meditation, she was doing this thing. But book reading was something common to both of us. So obviously I didn't, thanks to Patri sir, we got to know all the new age spiritual books only now. So at that time I used to do Vivekananda's translation of Bhagavad Gita, right? So those kind of books at that time, yes. So that is how the meditation thing happened. And as Bindu mentioned, the 5 years that we were there, we got introduced to this friend of ours, and she was a colleague, and then a colleague's wife was the one who got cancer, and Bindu almost was beside our bed all the time. And when that happened is when it struck us, okay, all these questions, spiritual questions about why to her, right? So what did she do? And then same thing came from that. So that's when we started reflecting on why life, why do some things happen, bad things happen to good people, right? So things like that, and that is when we got deeper. And thankfully, around that same time, we got introduced to Chandra and Vani, right? And though there was not a big meditation push at that time, but after around 2003, both of us came back. I mean, they returned within a year. A year before us. And after that, he got into meditation, and slowly we also got into meditation and PSSM. And that is when we got introduced to Ana-Pana-Sati, the breath mindfulness meditation.
Oh, so you were friends before you both came into meditation?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's
so, yeah, we both almost, right now we're very close family friends. So she used to be very close with Vani, and then I used to be close with Chandra. But then we were staying in different cities in the US. So it was more about meeting occasionally during long weekends and all that. But the real association started happening in Bangalore. Both of us returned back to Bangalore. And they pulled us into breath mindfulness meditation, Ana-Pana-Sati. And then obviously even now I keep saying probably my life purpose, it was designed in such a way, the whole purpose of us going to US was meeting them, right? And then through them getting into meditation and PSSM.
Wow. Such miracles happens in life, we call them accidents, but they're not accidents, So how amazingly you guys all planned your life. So wow, amazing. Would you like to talk about your two beautiful daughters?
Actually, the friend who vacated the body, my very close friend, she is very close friend to Vani Chandrasekhar. So she introduced Vani Chandrasekhar to us, and she vacated the body actually.
She was the messenger.
So yeah, always Sagar says that is the main purpose why we went to US and we came back. So regarding my daughters, I got actually my elder daughter is now 14 years old and younger one is 8 years. So initially they both are actually, my elder daughter is a little bit hyperactive kid. So when she was small, we used to take her to Pyramid Valley. Whenever we go to Pyramid Valley, we used to take her. So there she will be playing around. Initially when she was so small, we won't encourage them to do meditation, right? Because as Patisa says, they are gods. So kids, they don't need meditation below 5 years. So like that, whenever we used to go to Pyramid Valley, we used to take them and they will enjoy there and they'll come back. So that is how they got introduced to Pyramid Valley first. That is how they got introduced to Patri sir. So when my elder daughter was very small, Patri sir used to come to our house. So that time Patri sir gave a responsibility of maintaining the website. PSS Movement website. So we first started that website, pssmovement.org. So we started that and we were maintaining that at that time. So every month Patri sir comes to Bangalore. That time he will come to our house. He will stay 1 or 2 days in my house, and then he will he will tell what all the updations we have to do in the website and all that. So everything, all this is happening. So whenever Patri sir comes, so many people come along with Patri sir. They'll stay. So many corrections, book corrections, content correction will be happening, website correction will be happening. So all these things, my kids will be seeing. So what is happening around them?
Why so much people are there?
Yeah. So when my elder daughter was small, she used to pull Patri sir's beard. She used to call Patri Tata and all that. So that is from the childhood.
She has seen all this.
She has seen all this, and she knows what is going on, and why my parents are doing meditation. Why daddy is sitting closing his eyes and sitting calmly. Why I am doing meditation and all that. So from that age itself, they will ask us why you sit in one place and close your eyes. Then we tell them that we are doing meditation. So this is how we do meditation.
Wow.
Then naturally after few months or after 1 year, then she will ask the question, what is meditation?
Wow.
She used to ask. That is how they got introduced to meditation, both my daughters.
So it's really interesting how patiently you were with your daughters. You did not force it upon because we are doing, you should do, because you know the benefits of it. So it's a really important message that how parents need to be so patient with their kids and not force things upon them.
Yes.
So,
I strongly believe like they really observe their parents so much. Any kid, they'll first observe the parents, what they are doing. Whatever we do, they observe so much and they really grasp that. So that is more, so instead of we telling, if we don't do meditation and then we say meditation is very good for you, you do meditation, they will never ever do that. So without telling, if we keep on doing it, they will observe, they will see us and they do whatever we are doing. So I strongly believe that. So they are very great observers, especially when they are young. They are very great observers. They grasp pretty fast and they want to implement that. They want to do whatever we are doing.
yes.
So in that way, we need not force anything on them.
So what a beautiful observation, what a beautiful, you just shared a message about parenting. So would you go back and share a little bit about your experience of your pregnancy and how how was it when she was in your womb?
Although after learning meditation, I strongly benefited in this area, especially during my pregnancy. So when I was pregnant with my younger daughter, that time my age was 42. So normally we went to gynecologist for checkup. So she took all the details about my age, my parents' age, my full history. Then he said, you are in a high risk pregnancy zone. Then I was shocked. What happened? I was totally normal at that time.
Yes.
And she said, first of all, you are 42 years old and you are above 40 means high risk pregnancy. And second point is, my father is diabetic for the past 30 years and he is having BP and my mother is having BP. She said, see, both your parents are having diabetic BP and your father is having diabetes, so you will definitely get diabetes during your pregnancy.
Okay.
So with all these things, she put me in this thing in a high risk pregnancy zone. So I thought, okay, fine. So I came back home. Then I thought, see, this is totally, she is talking in her with her experience. So I am normal. So though my parents are having BP, sugar and everything, it is not necessary that I should also get.
Wow.
So from that day, I decided I should have a very beautiful pregnancy journey.
Wow.
So then I started doing, before that itself I learned meditation, Ana-Pana-Sati Meditation. I was associated with Patriji sir and everything. So I want to implement all that during that period. So every day I used to do 3.5 hours to 4 hours meditation. But not continuously, 1 hour in the morning, 1.5 hour in the afternoon, 1 hour in the evening, 1 hour before going to bed, like that. Continuously, I used to do that. And you should see, again, every time when I go for ultrasound scan, she used to tell the same thing.
Yeah.
So I used to hear, I used to listen to her and then say, okay, I will take care of myself. So I will come back home and I will not take those words into my mind.
Wow.
But here one thing is, see, when some experienced doctor is telling all these things, if it is a normal person, definitely it goes into their inner layers of mind.
Yes.
Definitely they will take that to their mind. But even we are not taking those words into your mind itself, you should be very much strong. That strength, meditation gives you that strength. Because previously I was practicing meditation and then during the pregnancy I decided, okay, I shouldn't come under high risk zone.
Yes.
It is a normal pregnancy and everything should go normal. It will
Because
be.
you felt inside.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that to be that way, not taking her words itself is, you should have some strength. So meditation gave me that strength. And Every time I go, she used to check my BP, sugar, everything. Every time it will be normal.
Yeah.
It used to be normal actually every time. And regarding my age, that time she was taking, oh, you are above 40, you decided. So never, not even a single complication throughout my pregnancy.
Wow.
That is the ultimate period where I totally enjoyed.
Yes.
And the other patients who came during that period, they are half of my age, like 23 years, 21 years and 24 years pregnancy. They got 3 times admitted into the hospital because of too much of nausea, too much of some other problem, something. So that way, see, I think that, okay, through meditation, you will be very calm. It's how I achieved is through meditation, I didn't take any stress. Stress is a main thing. If some person says, oh, it will happen like this, so you'll immediately stressed out and it will happen.
Correct.
So if you don't take those words and if you are not stressed and if you are not thinking about it, it will not happen. So throughout my pregnancy, I enjoyed so much and I ate whatever I want.
Wow.
She used to tell, don't eat sweets.
Wow.
No, but I used to eat how much ever I want, little bit, not too much and not too less. So throughout my pregnancy, I enjoyed. That was the best time, and I really thank Patri sir who taught me meditation actually, which is really helped during that period. So even after my pregnancy, after delivery, again the same doctor said, oh, you have
Miraculous.
to take really, you have to take tablets for mother's milk because you're again the same. They say you're above 40, that, this and everything. I said we will wait. No need to take immediate. That day itself, she suggested some tablets. Then I said we will wait. So immediately in the evening itself, I started getting mother's milk without any medication. And the most surprising thing, I gave my mother's milk for my younger daughter almost 2 years.
Wow.
With good food and enough amount of water. That's all. With no medication. And with meditation every day without fail. I used to do 3 to 4 hours of meditation. That really helped, and that is my wonderful experience about meditation.
Yes, ma'am, that's a beautiful experience. How you stayed true to your heart and you listened to your own voice rather than listening to those fearful words. Though it's she's coming from experience.
Yes.
But still, you're from your inside that you're baby and you are fine, absolutely fine. There's no need to be worried. So that's really courageous and absolutely true that meditation gives us that strength. So thank you for sharing it with us. It's a beautiful experience.
Thank you.
So how was, that was about her part, how did you support her in that journey when, she was listening to all those, experiences of doctors and coming home. So how was your role to
I supported her by not, interfering with her decisions,
Wow.
right? Or not adding to or creating any stress. That's typically what happened. I mean, it's an internet age. I mean, even if someone says something, people go look up the internet and figure out, right?
Correct.
I mean, though I'm a curious guy from the work side, I didn't do any of that. I believed what we were doing was right, what she was doing was right. And thankfully, our families also supported, right? I mean, she used to tell everything the doctor says to her mom and stuff, but everyone said, okay, fine, you're doing a meditation. Otherwise, generally people get stressed out, oh no, you have to do this, right?
And they force to listen to doctors.
Correct. So that way, I mean, pretty much my job was not adding to her stress. And then obviously I also continued doing meditation. Her diet, that was a big thing, right? I mean, her diet was normal, she continued to do it. And thankfully, we got a healthy child with absolutely no complications throughout. And that I'm always thankful for everything that we had at that time. So it was wonderful.
Wow. Would you like to share more about her and how because you told us that since her childhood she's been seeing pyramids and she's been experiencing meditators around her. So how that affected her in a good way, how was her experience with it, how she took it, and how's her experience?
Yeah, so in fact, her meditating during her second pregnancy also impacted our elder daughter, right? So she was seeing her doing meditation, right? So that automatically rubbed off on her. And she was so natural, again, got natural to meditation, right? I mean, she sometimes used to do meditation herself, and then she was never used to trouble us during that time.
Yes.
She used to understand what was happening. So that way, that time she was able to do all her things by herself as well, not really bother us. That was important. But more importantly, my elder daughter, for the last, during 2016 to 18, for a couple of years, through work, we were in the UK. My elder daughter was in 4th grade. And obviously the usual, she was in UK, a new country, new place, new school. So obviously she was, and there are also, I mean, obviously a lot of kids of Indian origin. So it was not a question of language or anything else. But usually for kids during that time period, they have all these friends and no friends and things like that. So there were a couple of people. I mean, she was close to one girl, and obviously once she starts playing with someone else, so they have this issues. Okay, so she has till yesterday she was playing with me, but today she's not, and all that. So she used to have some issues there, and that is when again Bindu made her do meditation every day. Right, and then so during that time, every day before going to school, 15 minutes of meditation, sit, do meditation, calm your mind, then go. And thankfully, and in her own words, she says it really helped her. And then for us, it was a big relief.
Yes.
Right, and in terms of she was able to cope with that, and then she got another friend. She was going around with her friend. She didn't even bother about the past issue. So that way, there was a big, remarkable, I would say, remarkable evidence of how meditation calms and then heals as well. Heals emotionally, especially kids of that sensitive age.
Yeah, especially there in even the 3rd, 4th grade also, they'll call it as bullying. It's called as ragging. So here in India, only engineering and medical colleges will have ragging, but there in London, it's bullying starts from first, second class itself. So there, my daughter, especially as soon as she went there, she's a new student in the class, and so many other people are not her friends. So much she faced, and every day she used to come back home by crying. So she used to explain what happened in the class. So I used to tell her, you have to do this, you have to do this. For certain things you have to ignore. For certain things only you have to react. But she's not, whatever I tell her, she's not able to implement she couldn't implement that in the class because she is also small. So immediately if some guy says something, because you are short, you are not good looking, then immediately she used to react and she used to get into fight or something. She used to tell something to that guy. So all these 7. So almost in 10 months she suffered with bullying. She used to cry coming back home. So all that. Then she asked me, you come and talk with the principal. Then I said, see, this, if I come and talk with the coordinator or principal, I can do that now. But if you go to 10th grade, new school, it will be the same thing. And if you go to university, new college, again you will face the same situation. That time I cannot come and talk with the principal. You have to handle by yourself. Then you better start learning now how to handle that situation. That time, then she all sorts we tried. Then nothing is worked out. Then she started. Then I told her, see, only meditation is left. You do that regularly. She used to do on and off, but not regular. So what I told her, no, every day before going to school, 15 minutes, I used to make her meditate and make her walk down to school in a calm way. Not rush. You should not rush. I always suggest that don't rush to school because your mind will be in agitative mode. So as soon as you enter into the class, if some guy tells something, you will definitely go into a reactive mode. So that I trained her so much. So that time when I was telling my elder daughter to do meditation, my younger daughter was 3.5 years old. I didn't tell her to do meditation, but she also used to sit with her. So both of them used to do meditation 15 minutes before going to school. That really had a great impact in her school life, and slowly she started handling her issues by herself. So for certain things she used to ignore. Even they are telling the same thing, she used to ignore. For certain things she used to just respond, not reacting immediately. So gradually she herself handled the situations, And after that, she became a mentor in the class for the fourth grade people. So all that, and my daughter really saw the difference, change and everything. And I asked her to write journaling. After coming back from school, I told her, you write the journal, what happened in school, what they did to you and what you did to them. So you write the journal. So every day she used to write journal. After 1 week, she used to read that. Both of us sit and used to read that, and then you should not do like this. You should not do like that. You should react in this way. You should not react in that way.
Self-assessment.
Yes.
Wow.
So journaling and meditation really helped her so much. And now even if she goes to any new college, any new school, in any country, she can handle.
Wow, ma'am. Thank you for giving such interesting and such valuable tips to all our parents out there, because these situations comes in every second household. Like every second child is suffering from bullying, even, even consciously or unconsciously, people do that, or even some kind of teachers do that. So it's a very great tips that you have just given, how parents can handle their children's depression or anxiety. It's really great. Thank you.
Really helps, and I request all parents make their kids to do meditation just before going to school. Even if it is 5 minutes, that is fine. Just 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, it is fine. Because before going to school, their mind will really becomes calm. It will have a great impact in their classroom studies.
And also, you just made your own daughter self-independent.
Yes.
No, not coming back to mama and asking for a help or anybody else. So that's what meditation in first-handedly teaches us, to be self-independent and to be confident enough.
Yes.
So wow. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for being such a great teacher and such a great sharing such valuable experiences and knowledge with all of us. So now that we have all understood and shared such great wisdom from your own experience, so now let's get into a new segment of our show, which is Who Knows Who Better. So let's begin with Sir. So I'll ask you, and it's a rapid fire. So I'll just ask you five questions about her, and you just have to quickly answer, and she'll tell whether it's right or not. All right, let's begin.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I know the result though.
All right. So which is her favorite color?
Favorite color? Probably green.
Is it?
Purple.
Oh.
Okay.
What do she like to eat? Her favorite cuisine dish?
Her favorite cuisine is Indian.
Yeah, that is Indian.
Okay.
What does she like in India? Indian food. It's a lot of food in Indian.
What does she like in India? I've never seen you say I don't like that.
But there's always one dish that a person craves for.
Yeah, more South Indian cuisine.
Yeah?
Andhra dishes probably.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
All right. Wow. We have one. All right. What if, do she like to cook more, or you like to cook more in the family?
She cooks more. She likes to cook more. Though I like to cook, but I don't know to cook as much as I would love to. Right? But yeah, she cooks more, definitely. And she loves cooking. She's a very good cook.
Wow.
She's very good.
Wow. Is it? Like, which movie is her favorite movie?
It's a very easy one. Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara.
Wow, that was
Yes,
quite
yes.
quick. It was like just ask me this question and I'll answer this. Wow, amazing. Okay, now the last one, which one is who is her favorite actor?
Who's her favorite actor? Probably Farhan Akhtar. Oh, sorry, Shah Rukh Khan.
Yes, correct.
Oh, she was relieved finally. Oh, amazing. Okay, now we are shifting to Bindu ma'am.
Okay.
Let's begin with what song is his favorite?
He's a great fan of A.R. Rahman. All A.R. Rahman songs.
All right. Pick one that is like he can listen to non-stop.
He didn't listen to anything like that.
Which book is his favorite?
His favorite book is Eckhart Tolle.
Okay.
So, but now Joe Dispenza also. So he read a lot of. He usually reads so many books because every week we get one book from Amazon, and he is a great fan of Eckhart Tolle and Joe Dispenza.
Is it correct?
Yes. That's
Wow, amazing, ma'am.
correct.
She knows everything about you.
Yeah.
Okay. What is his favorite dish?
Paneer. Anything with paneer.
Yes.
Typical Indian. Alright. Okay. Which is his favorite place to go for vacation or just to relax?
Goa
Goa.
in India.
Oh wow. In any foreign country?
In foreign countries, we normally go to some cruises.
Yeah, correct.
Beaches.
Goa.
So he likes
Beaches,
more
yeah.
beaches. Wow. She knows everything about you, sir.
That's what I said, right? I will fail.
In a flick of a second, she's just telling. Wow.
Yeah.
So, which actress is his favorite?
Previously, it was Tabu. Now I don't know who is the recent.
Now you.
Oh, whoa. Wow.
Okay, thank you.
Because you are the heroine of his life. Wow.
Okay.
We have a very beautiful surprise for all of you. We are introducing for the first time the beautiful, lovely daughters of Sagar sir and Bindu ma'am. We have Rishika with us and we have Ritu with us. Hi. Hi guys.
Hi.
So, what a beautiful surprise you just gave to all of our viewers. Would you like to share a little bit about yourself?
My name is Ritu. I'm 14 years old, and I knew meditation ever since I was a little girl because my parents used to do it for quite a long time now. I think I've been well brought into the habit of doing it every day before going to school or before any important day, for that matter of fact. And yeah.
Oh wow. So how do you see the difference when you see other kids of your own age, and how do you find yourself in a better position now?
I just feel like when I have casual conversations in class with my friends, I just feel like they don't get to experience a lot of things that I get to experience. They don't know a lot about Bali, which I really know a lot about, which I'm very lucky to. And just, I don't know, general stuff.
Wow.
I just feel like the small changes, it's amazing, yeah.
You love it? You're loving
Yeah.
your life? Amazing. What a beautiful, it's amazing that you accepted and thanks to, your parents also, that environment was there. So it's such a lovely experience.
Thank you.
And it's great to meet you, Ritu.
Great to meet you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go to your younger cute sister. Hi there. Hi Rishika.
Hi, my name is Rishita. I am 8 years old and I learn meditation from my sister and my dad and mom. When they do meditation, I'm like, okay, I'll sit by them. And then when Patri sir told me to give a message, I went and said, I do meditation from 8 o'clock to 8:15 with 15 minutes music. And then my dad comes and knocks me. So I still do that now.
Oh wow.
Thank you.
Wow, you both have been doing it regularly.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's really amazing. And thank you for giving that beautiful message to to all the kids out there. Like it's nothing out of the box.
Yeah.
That's something to do meditation. It's improve your own life only. So how beautiful your life has become, right? You enjoy your life.
Yes, in fact, they also got exposed to pyramid energy,
Correct.
right? And she, when she used to be very, very small, probably a toddler, she used to get a stomachache, tummy ache or something. Bindu used to put the pyramid. We got the pyramid, so put pyramid on her tummy and then say, now lie down, sleep, it'll go away. And that she remembers, and then probably, in fact, a few years later when she grew up as well, even now when she has a headache or a tummy ache, she just takes the pyramid, puts it on her tummy or head and then lies down.
Wow.
And that's it. So that is one. And then the habit of meditation, they've got through it. So I think, yeah, it's all more positive, not forcing people. And then, I mean, good. In fact, sometimes I keep telling my friends and in the classes as well, I always wonder why my parents did not introduce me to meditation and spiritual science much earlier. Right?
Yes.
And they are fortunate. I mean, thankful to everyone. Thankful to Patri sir and all the wisdom around. So they're all growing up in a I would say new age family with new age practices. Right? Though the practices are ancient, but at least now we know why people do meditation. And obviously it dispels a lot of myths, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering that we otherwise have, and then rediscover that later in the life.
Right. Wow, beautiful message, sir. And it's a complete new age family altogether. We just got to see and experience, it's an experience when you listen to other people's experience. So thank you for being here. Before we end this segment of ours, I want to ask a quick fun question to both of you little angels. Okay, let's begin with Rishika. Who is your favorite? Your father or your mother?
I can't choose.
Oh, so you love them both?
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I would go with mom.
Oh.
You made a decision.
Okay.
That was nice. All right. Yes. What about you?
I mean, now that my sister said mom, I'll probably have to go with dad, and say probably because he just helps me with a lot of schoolwork, which I struggle with a lot. So probably.
So she's a balancing kid. She's like,
yeah, I'm just balancing things here.
Wow, that's a beautiful answer. I would like to have a beautiful, any message that you would like to give to whole world from each one of you. So we can begin with you only, Ritu.
Okay. I feel like I'm repeating this message every time I'm in front of a camera, but I just feel like it just emphasizes the fact more that everyone can allot at least like 15 to 20 minutes every day to sit anywhere and just meditate, because I personally don't like sitting for too long in meditation because I can't focus, but even with just doing 15 minutes every day, I've seen a vast improvement. So that much is honestly enough to see the changes from before and after. So
wow, it's impactful. Thank you for sharing
Thank
it.
you.
Yes, ma'am.
So my message to all parents is like, I have seen lot of difference in my daughters. If they do regular meditation before going to school, they can really handle school situations by themselves. If there is any problem in the class or problem in the school, they can handle by themselves. So I request all parents, just make their kids do meditation before going to school. Just 10-15 minutes is fine, but that has lot of impact on their studies as well.
Thank you for giving this message, ma'am.
Thank you.
I would say everybody should turn a vegetarian and not eat non-veg a lot, but you should turn a vegetarian sometime in your lifetime.
Wow, that's brilliant. Thank you for giving this message.
Wow, that's nice. In fact, that's true. Both of them love animals, right? And they always hate anything that's any violence to animals. So good. So yeah, I would like to say, I mean, just like you heard us, we never forced anything on the kids or in the family. So it's up to them to observe and learn and then practice it. And then things have changed from the time we all grew up and from the time today when kids are growing up. I mean, a lot of new devices, new distractions, and equally so there are new tools and new practices like meditation. So it's important we all follow these to address the new changes and live a happy life. So I wish everyone take time off and practice sitting silent, watching the breath every day.
Wow. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And I thank you, and thank you for giving your time to PMC English and for being here. All of you, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Nandini, and my sincere thanks to PMC English for giving me this opportunity today. Thank you so much.
So thank you very much to the PMC team, and thanks very much for the wonderful questions. You didn't put us into a jeopardy in terms of any tricky questions. Thank you. You've been a fabulous interviewer as well. So great. And I also wish PMC English and all the PMC channels all success. They've been a big vehicle of carrying wisdom, meditation, and of course, great experiential stories like what we said to the rest of the world. Wish the entire PMC team all the best.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.